AITAH for not inviting my ex-husband's wife at my daughter's birthday party because she told me not to. I 32F have a daughter 9 going on 10 with my ex-husband 36M. We divorced when she was 3. He then remarried with one of his co-workers, let's call her D. They also have a son together 6M. My daughter's birthday is in 9 days. I reviewed with my daughter things for her birthday, like the theme, the cake, etc. Here's the issue. When we were going through the guest list, she looked anxious. When I asked what's wrong, she told me that she did not want to invite D. I asked her why, and she explained to me that D would make weird comments sometimes around other parents to her. For example, when D would pick her up from a dance lesson, she would hear D say things like, "That is why I prefer boys. Girls only like pink and tutu," calling her a brat and other things. She also told me that every time her brother D and XH's kid would do something to annoy her, like breaking her toys, calling her names, starting a fight, D would always defend her son and punish her every time and say, "Boys will be boys," or some crap like that. I asked about her dad, and she said that she does that when her dad is around, but he is always in his office, so it is like a free pass. Later on, I called her father. He asked for the date of the party. Her real birthday is a school day. I told him that his wife was not invited, and I think I was in loudspeaker because I heard D screaming at me saying that I destroy her family. So, AITAH for not inviting my ex-husband's wife to my daughter's birthday party because she told me not to. Okay, just for precision. My daughter's half-sibling is 4 years younger than her. She was born in April, while he was born in March the next year. After the divorce, he just turned 6. But it is true that we divorced because my ex-husband told me he was in love with D and wanted to confess. We have a 50-50 custody. He has a busy job. My daughter explained me she never told me or her dad that she was scared of ruining her father's marriage because he seems happy. Update, 10 days later. So, a lot happened. First of all, I met my ex for lunch alone. I explained everything that my daughter told me. At first, he was defensive and told me that she was overreacting. I replied that even if that were true, his relationship with his daughter is at risk. I gave him a choice: fix the problem or I go back to court for more custody. Friday, when I came to pick my daughter up at his house, I talked to her in private, and she told me that her dad spent time with her, picking her up from school, activities, helping her with homework, and playing with her. D then told me that she accepts not going to the party, but still wanted to see my daughter blow out her candles on her actual birthday. She baked a cake and asked my daughter if she was okay with doing it before leaving. She seemed okay with it, so we gathered around the cake, my daughter, D, ex, and half-brother. When my daughter blew out the candles, D Jr. decided that the good thing to do would be to smash my daughter's face into the cake. To be honest, if this was not a kid, I would be in prison. He and D burst out laughing while my daughter was crying. D then told her that she was being dramatic and emotional. We D, ex, and I got into an argument, and to my surprise, my ex-husband was on my side, saying that it was not okay. While arguing, I noticed that my daughter was not there, so I left to check on her. I helped her clean herself, and then we left for my house. I tried to cheer her up, but she was still a little sad. The party went well. Her dad came, and during the party, I told him that I want more custody because of his wife's bullying. So yeah, I will update you if anything happens. Precision 2. Some of you asked questions about my daughter's reaction. My daughter is a really shy and silent kid. Except for me and her dad, she does not talk unless spoken to or if you bring up a subject that she likes. When something upsets her, she just stays silent and cries. It's always been like that, and it is what she did. Started crying, going to her room. Update 2, 12 days later. Hi. I saw that many of you asked for an update. My daughter, after the cake incident, I asked her questions about whether dear half-brother had ever laid hands on her, played such pranks on her, or behaved inappropriately. We never know. She told me no, explaining that the fights with her half-brother are mainly him annoying her. I also inquired if anyone else from both sides had made her uncomfortable in any way, and again, she said no. Since my last post, she has been seeing her psychiatrist twice a week. The bullying apparently started about 2 months ago. I don't know if it is related, although I am sure it is, but it was also around that time that D had a miscarriage. Me, to be honest, I feel like a terrible mom. I did not see the signs. I'm trying to fix everything. My ex-husband, guess who showed up at my door at 10 p.m? He called me last night, was outside, and said he wanted to talk. I let him in, And because I don't trust him, I really don't, I recorded the whole conversation with his consent. He told me that since the party, he's been thinking about what to do and yesterday told Dee about my desire for more custody. From what he told me, she said that it was not such a bad idea because my daughter was not fitting into their family dynamic. They started to argue, and at one point, she just started cursing me and my daughter. Apparently, I am a sneaky B-word who is bitter about her affair with my ex-husband. She described my daughter as a spoiled, bratty princess who needs correction. And now, he has to choose between which woman he loves the most. This is where he had the click. He left the house, drove around, and then showed up at my place. He is going to stay at a friend's house to think about his relationship with Dee. Our daughter will stay with me during the week and visit him on the weekends. I told him that if he's going to get back together with Dee, I am continuing with full custody. But if they divorce, it will depend of his custody for his son because I don't want him around my daughter. He agreed. That's it. Thank you for all the support.